I used
PSP.
to rent games on the Dreamcast games at Blockbuster and just burn it. And then
You pirate. You pirates.
Level 857 Video Game Podcast.
Now we still gonna talk about this.
Okay. So,
Wow.
what team is this guy? So, Team-Xecuter has successfully ran custom software on Nintendo Switch Lite with a mod chip. What does this mean for Nintendo?
Oh no.
the Switch Lite was hacked.
Yes, exactly. So, Team-Xecuter is the group, the hacking team who released kind of a soft mod, but you can do it on every first generation Switch that they released because it's a hardware hack, and they can't change the hardware hack because it's not. They can't do an update to change how they get into the system. So everyone who had a first generation Switch, well, for the first partial, like the first year.
All of us, pretty much.
Yeah. If you're quick to buy one of these, you're able to use this hack that they have to either play homebrew, you know, the legal thing, or the illegal thing and download ROMs to play on the system for free. So Nintendo came out with a system after that, a silently released system that stopped that hack. Like
With
they had to
battery
release,
life and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, before that they had one. And
Oh,
then
did they?
Yeah, they
Oh, I didn't
stopped
know.
it like silently with a release that they didn't tell anybody to stop this hack.
Oh.
And then they came out with a new one. It was like, trade in all your old systems. You can get the new system. It's way more battery. And I was like, I ain't trading my system back. But, you know, most of the people who don't care about that, you know, they're like, yeah, fine. $100 to get a new system, they'll do it. But, you know, there was nothing happening with the Switch Lite as far as the hacking community is involved until they got this mod chip. You have to install it, so it's not like an easy thing. It's like the old school, like when you had to put a mod chip in the system to get it to run bootleg stuff. So it's not like as easy as the original Switch. So that Nintendo has that going for them. So they're not in a panic.
Right.
But they did find a way to get in the system and get into there and run. Like they had a video online that showed them running the same hack that the old systems had on the Switch Lite, which means that it's open for everything.
Yeah,
now,
that's it.
if you want to invest in getting that installed. So, I mean, if you're in like middle America or somewhere and you're not next to the one guy who can install it.
Right.
If you're in a city, obviously, or, you know, the big cities, then you can find somebody who can install it for like $50, whatever.
Well, you also have the online community. You got plenty of sources online that you can look up if you really want to. You can do it yourself.
But people ain't gonna send their system in and get it done. But you
The
know,
hacking community is always going to be around, man.
it's not
something that
big.
you're not gonna,
It's not
Yeah,
like
it's not as big
massively.
as-
It's not as massive to
Right.
destroy
right.
the whole Switch freaking thing. So
Oh, you mean like they did to Dreamcast?
yeah, pretty much like Dreamcast. I mean, Dreamcast was simple. So if you can download something and burn it and put it in the system, that's
Pretty
obviously
much.
going to hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the
I used
PSP.
to rent games on the Dreamcast games at Blockbuster and just burn it. And then
You pirate. You pirates.
He didn't say that.
I did.
Tell me you didn't just say
Yeah.
that.
What the hell are they going to do? I don't even have the fucking system anymore, man.
Sega's gonna come after you. Sega's gonna come after you.
Sega doesn't have the
They
system
took my
either.
system. Let me say.
How do you feel about destroying Sega?
Oh, there's a knock at the door.
Yeah. I don't even own
Is
this
there
shit
somebody
anymore.
who arrests pirates?
Butt pirates.
Oh man,
Wow.
that could I would run from them too.
Wow.
But you know,
God. Ass pirates.
well, there was a similar thing that happened with the cartridge called the R4 that was for the DS and the 3DS, and Nintendo pretty much let that run rampant. And then they put a stop to it as far as
did.
the sales.
Yeah.
But there was always a way you can find one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't easy
AliExpress.
after that. Yeah.
AliExpress. So I'm guessing that people who try to perform this type of a hack, they're not gonna be able to go on Nintendo Switch Online.
So that's the thing. So you just have to turn off the mod chip. Like the same thing with the original,
Right.
the original Switch. All you have to do is just not do the the soft mod, and you can go online and play it like a regular Switch. It doesn't destroy your system at all. But when they're doing this thing, there has to be an off button, or it's going to run all the time. So then you can't. They should have an off button on your mod chip. So
Wow.
it's not going to hurt Nintendo as much as they think. But if it is an easy thing, if this equates to somebody being like, hey, just plug this into your you know the USB on it, and it's going to hack it, then they're going to be in trouble.
Coming soon. Let me stop.
Nah.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
$30. Yeah.
Like coming soon. Give
So
them time. They'll do it.
So it's surprising. I mean, it's good for what people can get. Like this will probably lead to a mod chip for the newer Switch,
Right.
And that means that they can play with the faster clock speeds, and they can figure out what the system can do without being held back by the creators and stuff like that.
Interesting.
So then they can run stuff faster and not worry about the battery life and all this type of thing, or get more battery life on games that don't need it. So there's positives to doing stuff like this, and there's negatives, obviously, because of the piracy. But with homebrew and getting your stuff to run without being choppy, like they figured out how to play the new Legend of Zelda, the Link's Awakening one, and they figured out how to do that. They took out some of the weird graphical enhancements they did to it, and they made it run without it getting choppy and stuff like that. So there's things they can do to improve games, and there's also things they can do to hurt. So good and bad news. But we'll see where this goes. We'll see how this hacking team can do, because obviously they're very smart.
Yeah. And what do you guys out there think?
Yeah, let's see what you
Let us
think
know.
about that.
All right, I pay for my games.
Do you think it's going to hurt Nintendo or not?
I don't think so.
Nah,
Nah,
No.
don't think so.
not yet. Not this stage.
No.